Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Off the play fake. Carroll. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, Carroll. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On first down, here's Mon. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Mon. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is,
well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. And that is incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Carroll. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. The numbers a week ago for Cook. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Gardner. I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
On second down, it's Cook again. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leader.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. This is Samuels. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mond. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. First carry now for Alexander Madison. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Mond going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But third down coming up.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
Mond looks to throw. But it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 1st and goal from the 3. They'll run for it with Cook. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They try again with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense set to take over. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Javon Holland. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a toss for Swift left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
To throw on 3rd down. Carroll out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hockenson. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there. Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook on his his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on. And I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. To react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. On second down, Swift. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. The loss results there.
On third down, Carroll. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd and 2, Carroll. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 11. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does?
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Space to run past the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jalen Samuels, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 28-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Carroll.
And this one taken in by Cephas.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, Carroll. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 20. Actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
So here are the Vikings to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And he powers his way up past the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Kingsley Keke there on the tackle. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Running for it, here's Cook. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From the gun, Carroll got an open man. It's QT.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw on 2nd down. Carroll. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 39. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mond. He finds his man. Complete. That's Roth. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds bowling?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Sly is up and good,
and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Looking to throw on second down. Carroll going for the deep ball. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it a second down. Back to throw. Carroll. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Back to throw again.
They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Danielle Hunter in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Going for it all. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra.
Matt Nagy wants the officials to take another look at that one. He'll throw out the challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Swift again.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
DeAndre Swift.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8.
77 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Carroll. And he's got his man on the out route. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing just about on his own goal line. taken at about the 36.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they got the big lead here in the fourth.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
6 yards left on 2nd down.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
On 1st down, Carroll. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw, Carroll. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. throwing on first down. Carroll going underneath. He's got Hockenson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week.